All right, Wes from Avatar Offroad here today. So we are assembling and installing one of our Massif products for the Sprinter actually today on the VS30, so 19 and newer. We're going to go through the mounting of the brackets onto the Massif, and then we'll show you some of the ideas of how we're going to mount it to the van. We're going to start by the upper and lower bracket. So these brackets, you can tell the upper part of this is a passenger side, and we know that because the Avatar is on this side, the keyways are in this direction. So we know this is our upper bracket. The upper bracket has a little bit narrower slot here than the lower bracket. You can see this one's narrower and this one's a little wider. We're going to use a carriage bolt to mount the bracket to the van, to the hinge on the van. And so on the very top bracket, the very top bolt, we're going to use this washer. In essence, we're shortening this bolt slightly so it doesn't hit the bolt on the inside of the van. And so we're putting that on the upper position of the upper bracket. So this is the upper bracket. And we'll actually put these push-on nuts onto this so we can to help aid in the assembly when we're actually installing it on the van. So I've got one here that's already done. You can kind of see maybe that there's already got the washer in place. So this bracket is going to go on the top position. We're going to use a nylock nut in this position. So this is the upper bracket. The lower bracket, you can see, has a little longer leg on it. So you can see the two next to each other. I've got one already assembled here with the push-on nuts on it. So we're going to run that onto the bottom position. And with the bolts with the push-on nuts already in place, it's going to make it super easy when we go to do the install. We're going to need a 7/32 Allen to tighten these up. The inner bracket, there's actually, if you end up buying both Massif's passenger and driver, the driver has a little dip in it. And actually has slotted holes, where the passenger has square holes and no dip. So that distinguishes those two. So this is the passenger side. So we're going to use this bracket. It's going to mount just like this. And again, we're going to use a nylock nut on the back of this thing. And then I'll finish tightening that up. So you're gonna have one person on this side putting the plates in place and putting the nuts on while your partner puts it up and into the position. All right, so we've got an upper and a lower plate that we're gonna put on the backing plates on these. So we'll mount this in there. We have been putting a little Loctite on all 4 of these bolts before we put the nuts on. All right, the final piece of this puzzle is putting the Avatar machine badge. So we're going to run the bolts, screws into here first. And I leave everything loose while we're doing this last piece. Once you've got those two tight, we'll go back and finish tightening up these. All right, and that concludes our installation on the VS30 passenger side.